Good morning, friends. Glenda Ballett here, and welcome to my craft room this bright and early on a Monday morning. It is Monday, August the 9th, and today I am starting my new time on with my live videos. I'm going to give it a try in the morning and see how it goes. I'm not sure I am a morning person, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Okay, we're live on Facebook. We're live in my VIP group. Now I can click here so I can see if anybody is going to join me. I don't blame you if you're not joining me in person because I'm almost not joining myself in person. It is 9:30 a.m. Pacific time on the west coast of Vancouver Island, British Columbia, Canada. And I have a beautiful card for you this morning using the Season of Elegance Suite from the new Stampin' Up September to December Mini Catalog. I decided I needed to case one of the cards that Stampin' Up has right in the catalog because it hits all the points. It's beautiful. It uses embossing. It shows how to use the dies for the peaceful evergreens. Shows how to do a different kind of a ribbon treatment. So I'm going to show you how to create this card. And I'll just flip you around because enough of me. I have my coffee because, it's early here and I only just got up. Okay, so I spent the weekend at our local fall fair. Actually, I spent a week at our local fall fair because it started last Tuesday and I was there pretty much. Good morning, Jackie. Hey, somebody's joining me. Yay. So I was there pretty much I was there every day and I didn't see my husband for 4 days, but that's okay. He's self-sufficient, so he managed. And now it's all over. I've got 360 days till I have to go back there. So we're going to play and have fun and I can sleep later. So here's the card I'm going to show you how to make. Good morning, Peggy. This, as I said, came right out of the catalog. So on page 23 of the new mini catalog, there it is up there in the corner. Thanks for sharing, Peggy. This uses the Season of Elegance Suite. So this suite consists of the Peaceful Evergreens bundle. So it's called a super suite because it has two bundles. It has the Peaceful Evergreens and the Peaceful Season. Now, I did not get the stamp set. I did get the dies. We're going to use those today. I got this bundle and we're going to use that today. Then it uses the gold texture adhesive back dots, which we will be using. The Painted Trees embossing folder, which we will be using. And the Season of Elegance specialty designer paper and this amazingly gorgeous cherry cobbler and gold ribbon. So if you don't catch me live, thank you for watching the replay. I know it's a real different time chain difference in my craft room this morning. And I know that some people work and aren't able to watch it in person. So if you're watching in person, hi, good morning. Oh, you can't see me. Hello, good morning. And if you're watching the replay, thank you so much and welcome. Okay, don't forget my Adventurous Sky class is open for registration till the 15th. You get 3 cards for $30 and there's other options. And I am starting my scrapbooking up again, and I'm going to be having an Autumn to Remember scrapbooking kit class in person. If you live in Port Alberni or near Port Alberni, it will be on Sunday, September the 29th at 1 o'clock. If you don't and you want to join me for the virtual one, it is Monday, September the 30th at 6:30 p.m. Pacific time. Oh, what was that? Did anybody else's video just deke out? Oh, no. Oh, good, Peggy. This time works better for Peggy. Yes, people that live further east than where I live, it will work better for them. And I thought if I did one in the morning and one in the evening, I'd catch everybody. $72 for the virtual one. That's the cost of the Autumn to Remember scrapbooking kit from Stampin' Up to you, and you will have everything you need to create the pages along with me. If you are in class then and you want the entire kit, then it's $72. If you want to pay per page, that price is going to be coming soon because I have to have the kit in my hands to figure out how much stuff we're going to use on each page to figure out what the price is going to be. And we have 2 new kits, the card keeper kit and the Christmas ornament kit. Now this one, I'm also doing a class. It'll be in October. I haven't set a date yet, but the kits are available now and comes to $42.27 delivered to you or delivered to me. I haven't got a lot of details on that one yet because I've been busy. Okay, so here's the inside of this card. And I got a grid paper sheet laminated, and I'm not sure I'm thrilled with it. So as I'm going along, let me know what you think of this lamination because I can get rid of see, I don't like this and I don't like this, the glare. This one I can get rid of by putting the card there. This one, I'm not too sure. So I am going to use Cherry Cobbler and Old Olive. And, Peaceful Evergreens bundle. So this bundle consists of 2 sheets of dies. Let's get them in their spots so you can see. This one is amazing because it creates holes in a piece of cardstock, and then you can put some, hello Renee, you can put some silver foil in behind there and it looks like a twinkling winter sky. So that's the Peaceful Evergreens bundle. And the words come from Greetings of the Season. Now, this is an online exclusive stamp set, but it is available. And I like it because it's got Happy and Merry, New Year's and Christmas, and 2 different font styles. So we're going to be using that one. I'm also going to be using the Peaceful Season die. This is the other die set that comes in this suite. And we've got this really super cute flag sentiment thing. And then I'm going to show you a different way to use the Christmas. And then the Painted Trees embossing folder. This one is amazing. Look at that. Look at the detail in there. And it's really deep. Renee, switch to... Oh, Renee, you were on YouTube and you're now on Facebook. Ah, okay. Then I'm going to finish up with the gold textured adhesive back dots. So these have got sparkles in them. They're not textured. I don't know quite why they call them textured, but they're very smooth, but they have shimmer dots in like gold flecks in them. They're really cute. Okay. So StreamYard, which is the program that I use to go live, is changing things significantly in their pricing. And beginning in the new year, I may not be able to go live on YouTube and Facebook at the same time because the price for StreamYard is going up from I think it's $130 I pay to over $500 a year. And I am not willing to do that. That is just stupid. So I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do. All right, we have an envelope. But stay tuned. I may end up just on YouTube and not do Facebook at all. 8.5 by 5.5 scored at 4 1/4 and folded in half. I know, Renee, right? It's stupid. I don't understand what they're doing. They added a bunch of features from their upper tier into their middle tier because they have a free one, but you can't go live in a Facebook group with the free one. And then they have this one that I use, which is their basic plan. And then they have an higher up plan. So they've taken a bunch of the stuff from the higher up plan, stuck it in the basic plan, and increased the price so high that they're going to end up losing people. I'm sorry. Okay, 5.5 by 4 1/4 for to emboss. Now this is Old Olive, and the reason I do that is I don't like to emboss my card bases. So I always put an extra piece on the front. I find if I emboss the card bases, it kind of breaks down the fibers, and then you have a floppy card. So that's what that is. And then 5 1/4 by 4 for the inside. I have a piece of white that is 2 3/4 by 4 1/4, and that's to do the tree on. And then this one is 1 by 3 to die cut. That's sentiment. Cherry cobbler is 1 1/8. Oh wait, 1 1/8 by 3 7/8. And then I have a piece of gold foil that is 1 by 3 3/4. And those two are going to make up the sentiment. This is a piece of the Season of Elegance specialty designer paper that is 2 by 4. And I'm going to do a couple of die cuts. And then this one is 1 1/8 by 4 3/8, and it layers in behind. And then this is the ribbon. It's very thin. So it's, what is it, 1/4 inch? Yeah, it's 1/4 inch. It's nice and soft and pliable, and does not create height if you tie it into a bow. And I'm using about 11 inches. Hi, Nadine. Welcome. Peggy says, I sure don't understand why Facebook is making it so hard to watch lives. You would think it would help them as well to have you doing. I know, right, Peggy? I don't. Zuckerman is a controlling freak, and he does what he wants to do. You know what I did? I forgot to get my machine. Hang on. But if all I did was forget to get my machine this morning, we're in good hands, because, you know, it's 9:30 in the morning and my brain is not used to thinking it's early in the morning. But I'm going to give it a try at this time for a couple of months and see how it goes. And then we will reassess the situation. Okay, so I have my painted trees and I have my 5 1/2 by 4 1/4. And I'm going to go up as high as I can because I want as much. Now you can have the trees going off. Maybe we'll do it that way. We'll do it this way. So on this one, I went right up to the top so that you can't see that. There you go. So the tree is right at the very top. This one, I'm going to try it this way and see what it looks like. I'm going to actually go off the cardstock with the top of the trees, because I like to see this little tree here, and it's so small that it gets covered up with the sentiment. So let's run that through my machine. So how did you do this weekend? Did you have a good weekend? Were you getting crafty? Did you have crafty time, or were you working, getting your garden ready for the end of the season? Oh, that's good. I like that. Look at that. Look at how deep that is. Is that not amazing? Okay, put that off to the side, and we can put our ribbon off to the side. This one, all I have to do is create a bit of an angle. So I'm going to cut one side, and then I'm going to take my piece and I'm going to put it, hang on, oops, come on, there we go. I'm going to put it on the other end so that I get the same angle. And then we'll just trim that off right there. Now I have the same angle on both sides. Put that off to the side. This one, I'm going to grab my trees. So I'm using the smallest tree and I'm using the biggest tree. So we have die cut those out of this gorgeous paper. This is the Season of Elegance specialty paper. Oh my goodness, I don't have any Post-it note things. Oh well. I guess we're going for the gusto today. Get things on here and hope they don't move. Stay. Okay. Don't breathe. So I was very busy on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at our local fall fair, helping set up, doing meet and greets. So I'm going to cut this small sentiment out of my white. And then on the gold, I'm not going to do anything, but on this cherry cobbler, I'm going to take the Christmas and I'm going to cut it out. So you have two options. Do I have one of the other ones? I do not. Maybe there's one in the back of the die set. Hang on. Hang on. So you have two options with these dies. You can do the white or the detailed die, and then it has a background piece that you can die cut, and then this layers on top like that. And so you would get, that would be what you see. And I don't even have a card here to show you what I mean. But this one, I decided I wanted something a little bit different. So I am cutting this out of this piece. Oh, I need a piece. I need a Post-it note, something or other, hold this in place, or it's going to go all over the place. Let me get this. So I'm cutting a hole in this, and then I'm going to put the gold in behind for a little bit of a different look. Okay, so that's going to go there on my thing. Now, what else do I have to cut out? Got the trees, I got that, and I got that. Okay, let's run that through my machine. Get those out. So I was there on Tuesday to accept the arts and crafts the things that people bought in for the arts and crafts judging at the fair. So we set it all up. Everybody brought like their quilts and their knitting and the paper crafts and all sorts of stuff. And so we bring it in and we make sure that everybody's name is on it, but it can't be seen because the judges can't know who it is before they do the judging. So this one, there's the detailed Christmas, and I'm not using that. I could have put adhesive sheet on the back of that and then used it for something else. So what you could do is, if you have like a white one and a colored one, you can also layer these on top of each other like this and have just the Christmas a little bit offset like that. That would look amazing. Nadine loves my morning live. Thanks, Nadine. Jackie says, did you win any ribbons for your cards? I did, Jackie. I did. And I'm really reluctant. Okay, remember this, the top of the eye has this funny little thing that you have to keep. Well, by doing this treatment, you don't have to keep that. I entered 2 cards and a quilt that I made. A knitted, well, it's not a quilt, it's a blanket, a knitted blanket. And I did win. And my friend, team member Pat Hickey put cards in, and she won for her cards too. So it was good. Anyways, I was there till about 8:30, I guess, on Tuesday, getting everything in and laying it all out, because first thing Wednesday morning, the judging started. So I was back on Monday morning at 9:00, or not Monday morning, sorry, Wednesday morning at 9:00 for the judging part, because once the judging is over, then we have to lay things out on the tables to display for when the fair opens, so everybody can have a look at what is been entered into the fair. And then once that was done, so that takes all day between the knitting, quilting, paper crafts, and crafts and stuff, and the photography, because I was there to help with the photography as well. So I got home, I don't know, it was like 9 o'clock or something on Wednesday, and then Thursday the fair opens. So I was in charge. I was sitting in one of the buildings where they were having the home show. Nadine says, "When do you have time for all of this?" I know you don't sleep. Yeah, I did not even put my computer on or walk into my craft room on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday until last night. Tell you, I was having withdrawal symptoms by the time last night rolled around. So then I sat in the building where the home show was on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So I'm stamping Mary in cherry cobbler right onto this little die cut here for the sentiment. Oh, so excuse me, it's so pretty. I'm going to take a drink of my coffee. Anybody else? So everybody was asking me what I did there. So I told them that I was in charge of the useless information department at the Glenwood Center. Yeah, so I was there from 10:30 a.m. to 10:30 p.m. on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Sitting there talking to people, answering questions, telling where bathrooms were, where they could find different events happening in the fair. And then Sunday, I went back at 3 o'clock for takedown. So we take all the crafts and stuff off of the display tables, and then they all have to be signed out to their owners. People can't just go in and grab things, because you know how people are these days. They will just go in there and take anything. They decide they like it, they walk off with it. And they don't have any consideration for the time and energy and dedication that somebody has put in to creating these quilts and things. They just decide, oh, I like that one, and they take off. They have lost, before they started putting it all behind barriers and signing it in and out, they had people just walk away with full queen size quilts. Can you imagine? Oh, Nadine, did you finally break down and get this suite? It is amazing. Okay, so I put Tombow around the outside of the hole that I cut in there, and I'm going to lay my gold foil on top. And there we go. This is the easiest way to use this die. Just do it like that. Okay, that's done. That's done. Now we have to stamp our tree, the big tree, and to do that, I'm going to use cherry cobbler. Uh-oh. Don't do this to me. There we go. I hate it when my computer starts showing me notifications. Oh, Jackie's getting it too. Oh, you guys are going to have so much fun. Okay, this is Old Olive, and I'm going to stamp the biggest tree. Now this set has 3 sizes of trees plus a grove. And then there's beautiful dots that are fun to do. This you can put underneath your tree. I don't know what this would be for. Anybody got any ideas what you would use that splotch for? And there's a star too, and there's also a die to cut that star out. So this is the tree I'm using. I was supposed to have orders arrive on Friday, but you know, they got stuck at the border, so they're not coming until today. And then tomorrow, Tuesday or Wednesday, depending on how it goes at the border, my new scrapbooking kits are supposed to be here. So I ordered all 4 of the new kits because I'm going to be doing a class on each one of them. So grab the kit from me and join me for the in-person or the virtual class, and we will create the kits together. That's going to be fun. Okay, so now I'm going to grab a stamping paper from underneath here. So how are you guys doing with the glare from this laminated grid paper? Connie's been bugging me. I just dropped my trees on the floor. Timber! Connie's been bugging me for months now to laminate a piece of grid paper and use that instead of just the paper one. So I got it done. That's a whole other story because I am not happy with Staples. I'm marching my little body up to Staples in the next couple of days and having a discussion with the manager up there. Blotch could be a shadow. You're right, Judy, and hello. Jackie says it's not an issue for her. Oh, that's nice. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to try to put stuff in that corner as much as I can. Okay, so now I'm going to use the smallest of the trees, and I'm just going to ink stamp and do a kind of a grove. So this one I'm going to stamp over to the left and down far enough that it's not. Oh, well, hello, Mullet. Do you know how to stamp without? Look at this. I almost think I'm an amateur. Don't rock the boat. Don't rock your stamp when you do that. It's very possible to stamp, even though you get mung on the top like that, it's possible to stamp without transferring it onto your card. You just don't rock your card. Hello. Peggy says, my mom used to hand quilt her quilt. She made one with our family's handprints and names on it. It took her a very long time. She said it doesn't remember. Oh, quilting has changed so much, Peggy. I used to quilt when we lived in the northern part of BC. We used to live in a little small community, and every winter the ladies would hand quilt a full queen size quilt. So this is cherry cobbler. And then we would auction it off at our spring social to raise money for our community hall. All right, where did I put those Post-it pieces? There we go. So when we did that, we made the quilt blocks were 90% made by hand, like hand stitched, and all the quilting was hand stitched. These quilts that are happening these days are not like that. They are all machine done. And even the quilting is done by machine. So their machines are electronic, and the patterns get put into the long arm stitching machine, and they push a button and this thing goes off and does all the quilting on its own. They're nowhere near what they used to be. Okay, so there's the inside. There's my tree. So on this tree, you need to put the largest die cut tree, and then the smallest one is going to go in behind there too. So I'll just grab some Tombow, and I know. You're sitting there going, why didn't you use adhesive sheet? You know why? Because I never think of it until I get to this point. And it's like, oh, maybe I should have put adhesive sheet on this. But then it also gives you a chance to have it so that it's not quite so flat. But in this instance, it can be flat because it's going on top of a stamped tree. So putting adhesive sheet on the back would have been a good idea. But I did fill my glue bottle last night. There we go. So things are not the same today. No, they're not, Peggy. Nadine says I still have several tops that I need to hand quilt my grandma. Oh, the tops of quilts. Oh, that would be awesome. You know, if you didn't want to handcraft them, Nadine, I know here in town you can take your quilts into the local quilt shop and they will quilt them for you. Okay, so we have all this. This is going to go here like this. That's going to go up there. So let's put this on. But the quilts are beautiful. Don't get me wrong. It's just that the quilting does not look the same as it did. It looks much more professional, which is probably what they're going for. You know what? This thing has folded itself over. Why did it fold itself over? I'm going to try to unfold this. See what happens. Might have to. No. I'm going to break it. I'm just going to go grab another refill. And I will fuss with that one another time. Yeah, so I told everybody I was in charge of the useless information department for the Glenwood Center. Because I tell people all the time, I'm full of useless information. You probably have heard me say it on here too. There we go. We're cooking now. Get this on here, and then this is going to go right onto my card base. So on the way out last night, after my volunteering was all done, I stopped to say goodbye to the lady I know that she's the creative director for the fall fair. And she kind of coordinates the volunteers. So I stopped to say goodbye and thank you and let her know that if they needed help today, that I would probably be available just to let me know. And she said to me, she thanked me for all I'd done. And she said, we need to get you in charge of something up here. I said, no, thank you. I'm in charge of the useless information department at the Glenwood Center, and that's what I want to do. I don't want to be in charge. I don't want the responsibility. I just want to go and help. Okay, so I put the tree down. I put the tree down flat with Stampin' Seal. Then I put the die cut on top. Can you see that? Just adds gold on there without me having to emboss anything. Then let's do this first. So then I'll know where to put my little tree. I'm going to add some adhesive on the back of the silver one. And then this is going to go on here. Like, I'm trying to get things straight here. I love my grid paper for making things straight. Of course, I'm not seeing right straight down, so that doesn't help. And then this is going to go on here like that. Oh, I forgot to put the glue on, or the ribbon, sorry. You guys weren't out there yelling at me, put the ribbon on. Okay, I took my tree off. Ribbon, where are you? Okay, glue dots. I know they're around here somewhere. So now I don't have to go back till next year, which is a good thing. But they do have a trying to figure out which way the ribbon goes. It's this way. They do have a volunteer appreciation dinner later in the fall when everybody has gotten over the fall fair. So I'll be back then. Okay, so I'm going to put one there, and I'm going to put one in the middle here. Make sure I get it on the same side. And then, oh, that's not right. Can't be on the same side. See, it's stuck already. I'm going to put this one on. And then I'll slide one underneath in the middle because it folds over so it's not on the same side. All right, so we're going to start our ribbon about there. And then it folds and comes back up. And you see that glue dot is right there, but that's okay. The tree's going on top of that. And then this will go over here like that. Okay, something like that. So now let's just slide a glue dot in underneath here to hold that in place. Well, I found one thing that I can't do first thing in the morning. Apparently, I'm not good at small motor skills this early in the morning. Pop one underneath here. Okay, so that's got that. But I still have to put, let me get my tree and see if it's going to be all right. Just if I put the tree on. No, it's got to go over further. Slowly but surely we'll get this done. This is the part I find the hardest. This random, not random, but different ways to use the ribbon. There, that's better. Okay, I'm just going to put that on there, right over top of the ribbon, like that. And you can put a glue dot underneath there if you want. You can also take your bone folder and just make this a little bit crisper. Right there. Okay, so now we have the tree on. We have our ribbon. Now it's time to put the sentiment on, and the sentiment's going to go on over top like this and up on dimensionals. Let me grab some big one. So nobody told me what they did this weekend. Did you do anything exciting? This coming up weekend here in Port Alberni is our annual toy run. And they have, one year they had over 1,200 bikes. I think it was like 1,280 bikes or something entered in it. Oh, look at that. Isn't that pretty? I don't like that. Apparently I cut this down. Let's see how wide this one is. That's 1.1 inches. Oh. Yeah, okay. Cut that at the wrong spot, obviously. It's going to lift this up. And get my little mini trimmer. Because I don't like it that wide. So we're going to cut it down. So the cherry cobbler says 1.1 inches, and I did it at 1.5 inches. That's why it's not doing what it should do. Okay. Now this is going to be a little on the difficult side because I've got dimensions on there. But there we go. Now just a little bit on the other side. See if I can move these dimensionals out of the way. Nope. Okay, I'll be cutting those in half. Don't forget the small die cut tree. Yes, thank you, Jackie. You know me, I need to be reminded of these things. So 1.1 inches will be right about there. Et voila. As Frenchie says. That's much better. Okay, let's put it back on here. Hopefully straightish. How's that? Straight, straight and good. All right, so now we have this. Then we have our little tree. And I'm just going to pop that in behind there, like that. Have a little bit of that showing. And then we'll put this on top of this once I get this on. So I know that this time of the morning does not work for everybody because if you're on the West Coast and you have to work, you're working. And then if you're on the East Coast, it's like 1:30 or something, I think, right? All right. So I want to go right over as far as I can this way so I can still show that ribbon there. Is that straight? Not quite. Not quite. So I got to see a whole bunch of people that I haven't seen for a long time. Um, while I was sitting there doing my stint at the Glenwood Center, and it was really fun to catch up with people again. Okay, so that's going to go there. So I'm going to put dimensionals, but I'm going to put strips right just along the top. And then it's going to sit. Make sure I got the top part. It's going to sit on the top of the cherry cobbler. There. So I've got dimensionals there, and that's just going to sit like that. Perfect. Okay, let's add just a little bit of adhesive to this so it holds on. And then as I was leaving last night, I was supposed to be there till 8, but we got finished a lot earlier because we had lots of help last night. So I messaged hubby to say that I was on my way because I knew he would get his dinner ready and I was needed to have some dinner too. And he said that we'd been invited over to the kids' place for waffles, which is a really fun Sunday night tradition, going for waffles. So I had already ordered a couple of Indian tacos because I hadn't managed to get over to the Indian taco stand at all while the fair was on, and I missed it. So I'd ordered a couple of them to bring home, so I took them with us last night for dinner. And everybody looked at me like I was nutso because an Indian taco is deep fried bannock, and then they fill it with a chili mixture, and then they put the taco stuff on top. So the lettuce and the tomatoes and grilled grated cheese and sour cream and salsa and all that kind of stuff um, goes on top of this, and it's about this big. Amazing. So I took them and I cut them up so that we could all um, have a bite of it. And a couple of them said to me, "No, thank you. I'm not interested in that." And then I said, "Just try a bite. If you don't like it, you don't have to eat it." Well, of course they tried it and then they decided they loved it. So there went my extra that I had for lunch today. But that's okay. I don't mind sharing. And they discovered how wonderful these Indian tacos are. There we go. Textured gold adhesive back dots are in place. You know what? This is not sitting down there. So I'm going to take a dimensional and I'm going to pop a dimensional underneath there. And we'll have top of that tree will be popped up. There we go. That solved that problem, didn't it? We're done. Oh, I didn't stamp the envelope. Oh, I have the draw to do too. I got the draw ready for the Share It Saturday for August the 31st. So we're going to do that as well before I hang up this morning. Oh, thanks, Nadine. Okay, ink, stamp, stamp, ink, stamp, stamp. There we go. Now we're done. Sometimes you don't have to look too far for inspiration. You just have to go to the Stampin' Up catalog and you will find inspiration in there. And the samples this year in the catalog are awesome. I love them. Okay, I'm just getting my computer a little bit closer so I can do the Hi. So I can do the draw. Oh, thanks, Judy, and hello. All right, so it's time for Share It Saturday for August the 31st. Oh, you don't have to look far, you have me. Oh, I did a card. I couldn't stand not crafting for so many days. So before I went to bed last night, I decided I needed to make a card. So that I did this one, and it's a fun fold, and I'm not going to show it to you, but you know, it's a fun fold. So this will be coming in October. I'll be showing you how to make this card. And it uses the new, hang on, let me tell you what the name of that paper is. Oh, I wrote it down. Regal Winter Designer Paper. So in the catalog, on page, wait till I find it, page 35, there's the Regal Winter Suite. And this, oh, I can't do that because I haven't got my camera up there anymore. So there's the Regal Winter Suite. Can you see it? And then down here is the designer paper. And it was not a favorite of mine, but I ordered it because, you know, I have to have all the stuff. And that's what is in the center there. And then I used it on the inside. This card uses almost an entire 4x12 strip of designer paper. So it's a great way to use up all that lovingly created paper that we have. Okay, I'm going over to here. I'm going to get my wheel of names up, and then I go back there, go here, flip this around like that, go over there. There we go. I got her. All right, Share It Saturday for August the 31st. Going to delete that, delete the row, hit shuffle. I was so excited to see all the entries again this week, and we're getting more and more new people joining us, which is amazing. Okay, here we go. And the winner of Share It Saturday for August the 31st is, of course, now I've lost my pencil. Oh, Peggy. Congratulations. Peggy's #1 card is the winner. Peggy had 4 cards in there. That's awesome. Yay! Thank you so much. I just got to go over here now and flip this back so you're not looking at my keyboard anymore. Congratulations, Peggy. Yes. Yay. That's awesome. And I have Peggy's address, so I will get your card on, little goodie, on your way. Don't forget to register for my Adventurous Skies class. That is going to be happening in October. And the date for that class is, hang on, oops. If you're part of my club, we will be in person on Friday, October the 4th. If you get the class, the in-person one is Tuesday the 8th, and the virtual one is Thursday the 3rd of October. Or you can do it on your own using the exclusive video tutorials, and those are step-by-step. I actually make the card on my video tutorials, so you can see how I do it. You can stop the video and get caught up. You can watch the whole thing and go back. So lots of opportunities there. And if you get the class, you're part of my club, or you're part of my monthly tutorial subscription, then you get the video tutorials. They're not for the tutorial only option. Everybody gets those. And my autumn scrapbook to remember kit class is coming up the end of September. Grab the kit from me and do it virtually with me or in person, either one. I won't be doing video tutorials and a PDF for these classes because Stampin' Up already does a booklet of step-by-step instructions on how to put it together. But I might try and remember to record the video class, and then if somebody's having problems putting it together, then that's a resource that I would have to share with them if they're doing it on their own. All right. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget to hit those emojis. Let Facebook know you like my video and share it because this is happening on my public page so you can share it with your crafty friends. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you so much. I do appreciate you sharing your morning with me today. So nice to have Monday morning with you. Have a great day. Thanks, Jackie. That's awesome. Yes, I will be back next Monday morning at 9:30. And then don't forget Thursday night. No, it's not worth Thursday anymore. Get brain going. Wednesday night at 7:30 is another fun fold. And let me see what that fun fold is. Oh, it's not a fun fold. It's a technique. I do believe using the same bundle I used today. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you soon in my craft room. Stamp and smiles. Bye for now.